Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we're looking for a new job.
That's right. We are looking for a new job, and so we're bringing you this great lesson where we're going to teach you in English a lot of terms related with looking for a job or things like a resume, cover letter. So before we get on into that, why don't we take a look at a word that we have in Vocabulary Preview.
Vocabulary Preview.
So this is actually the name of a job. It's a position. It's a gas station attendant.
Okay, a gas station attendant. Now we know what a gas station is, right?
That's right. It's a place where you go to fill your car with gas.
Okay. So an attendant at a gas station, what does he do?
He or she is a person who will help you put the gas in your car. So an attendant is someone who is almost like an assistant or a helper.
Okay.
You can have a bathroom attendant, someone who gives you a towel after you wash your hands.
I've seen those in the fancy restaurants.
Yeah, so gas station attendant.
All right. So why don't we take a look now at our dialogue? Let's listen to it for the first time, and we'll be back in a bit.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And you know, I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye, my penniless days. Hello, salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. You know, starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline. Don't you?
All right, we're back. So now you're probably wondering what those words meant. So why don't we take a look at a couple of them in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
The first phrase we have today is one that's very important when you're looking for a job. It's called job listing or job listings here.
Okay, job listings. And this is really common. Before the internet existed, you would have the listings in your local newspaper, right?
Exactly. And in the movies, you always had the person sitting with the newspaper circling the potential jobs.
Right, with a red marker.
Exactly. But now that we have the internet, you have lots of websites that have job listings. And so a job listing is literally a list of jobs that are available.
Okay. So you look through the job listings, maybe you found one that's interesting. There's an email address. So what do they ask for? They ask you to send in your resume.
Okay, a resume is very important when you're looking for a job. It's a document, it's a piece of paper that tells someone all of the work that you've done before, your job experiences, and it tells them where you went to school and what your qualifications are. So it's a summary of your work life.
Okay, and that's why it's called a resume, right? It's pretty much a summary of your work life, as you say.
That's right, and a different one, sometimes people use this, is a CV. Curriculum vitae, and that's an academic summary of your life. So you have the work summary and the study summary.
Okay, very good. So if you send in your resume, what's recommended is that you attach it with a cover letter.
Okay, well, cover letter, you know the word letter. It's something that you write to somebody else. But a cover letter is like a cover for your resume. It's a letter where you explain to the future boss or future employer what exactly you want and how this job is going to help you get it.
Okay, so that's basically a small little introduction to yourself, right? Before they read your resume, who you are, what you're looking for maybe, very quickly.
Exactly. So you could say, hi, my name is Catherine. I'm very motivated and excited to have the opportunity to talk to you about why I'm a skilled employee and why I will benefit your company.
Very good. All right, so you've sent in your resume and your cover letter. And, well, maybe you're looking to get into a career as a gas station attendant.
So what's the difference between job and career?
Okay, and this is very interesting because in many languages, there is a similar word, which, for example, in Spanish is carrera, right? And that means like a profession. So many people translate it literally as career, but it's not the right word. What is a career?
A career I think of as a long-term goal. A career is your profession. It's the name you give yourself. But a job is a position in a company from one time to another. So for example, my job here is host of English Pod. But maybe in the future I will have a media career.
Okay.
That means that my job or jobs will have to do with this profession. It's kind of a bigger thing.
Okay.
A longer thing.
So maybe you can think of it this way. A career is like, as you say, a bigger picture, like the macro category, right? You're into media and television, for example. And your job specifically is a podcast host.
But in the future, maybe I want to have a different job in this career and move into production and be a TV producer.
Right.
So that's a part of my career path. I can move
Very
it forward. So career is a very important word.
All right. So we've taken a look at a couple of great words. Why don't we listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be back in a bit.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye, my penniless days. Hello, salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. Starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline. Don't you?
All right, we're back. So now we have lined up for you 3 key phrases that we found in this dialogue. So let's take a look at those now in Fluency Builder.
Fluency builder.
This first one's a great phrase. It's going to make you sound very fluent in English if you use it. We say in the market for.
I'm in the market for a new job.
All right, so this person is looking for a new job. He is in the market for. I could also say, I'm in the market for a new house. Marco, do you know any good real estate agents?
So what does that mean if you say, I'm in the market for a new job, or you're in the market for a new house?
I am right now actively looking for this thing. I really want one.
You're available.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in the market for a new job. I'm in the market for a new car. It means the market is the marketplace.
Right. And this sometimes you could see it related in movies, for example. They say if a person gets married, they are no longer in the market. Right.
Or I'm in the market for a husband.
Right.
Do you know any nice guys?
All right. So you're in the market, you're looking for a job. And well, if you're qualified, it will be a piece of cake to find a new job.
Isn't this a delicious phrase? So piece of cake, you think, what does cake have to do with anything? Well, cake, this is a way to say something is easy. Okay, so
It's really easy.
this often happens in our office, actually, because you and I understand computers, but we work with someone who has a hard time with computers. And,
Right.
And she says, it doesn't work.
And we're like, it's a piece of cake.
It's
Come
a
on.
piece of cake. It's so easy. Why is this hard? So a piece of cake is a way to say something simple. It's easy.
And it's a very, very, very common phrase. You'll hear it all the time. Piece of cake. Don't worry about it.
Piece
right?
of cake. Hey, can you help me out with this thing?
Sure, it's a piece of cake.
Okay.
All right. And for our last phrase, he was talking about his position as a gas attendant. And he said, well, all the greats, all the famous people, they started somewhere before they made it big. What does he mean with they made it big?
Well, the phrase to make it big, or in here in the past tense, made it big, means to be successful. So we're talking about, for example, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein worked in the patent office he was a clerk in Europe.
Switzerland.
And, that's not a very impressive job, but it was a job. And he made it big later on as a physicist. And so to make it big is to succeed, to become famous or successful or important.
Right. Or sometimes people say, yeah, I made it. I made it big, or I made it in my life. And that means that you were successful.
Or this product is going to make it big. It's going to be really successful.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it's a key phrase to make it or to make it big. Why don't we listen to our dialogue for the last time, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And you know, I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye, my penniless days. Hello, salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. You know, starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline. Don't you?